Hello everyone. Good morning. I'm Ashok Verma, your English teacher. I welcome you all in my class. Dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter in our class 10th first flight book. It is chapter number 3, Two Stories About Flying. And today we will take the part 1 of this chapter, that is his first flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. So let us start. In the beginning of the class, first of all, we will have a brief introduction about the author of this chapter. This chapter has been written by Liam O'Flaherty. Liam O'Flaherty was an Irish novelist and a story writer. He was born on August 28, 1896 in a village called Courtneycapel in Galway. He wrote many famous novels like The Return of the Brute, The Informer. This second novel, The Informer, was the best selling novel of his time. O'Flaherty will be remembered as a major voice in the Irish literary history. Let us move to the next part. Introduction to the chapter. Now we will see an introduction to the chapter. This short story, his first flight, by Liam O'Flaherty, is an account of a young seabird that is afraid to fly for the first time. He believes that his wings would not support him. Despite his younger siblings flying fearlessly with much shorter wings, he could not gather courage to do the same. He was punished to stay hungry if he did not try. Thus, it was his mother who compelled him to fly by using food as a trap. The lesson reflects how one hesitates to take the first step and that fear is all in mind. One should trust one's abilities because the fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself. So, it is the story about a bird and his first flight. And the most important thing of the chapter, or the message that the chapter conveys, is that the fear of the suffering is worse than the suffering itself. Let us move to the next part. Theme. Now we will have a brief look on the themes. His first flight highlights the importance of independence, self belief, and confidence, and the need for motivation to attain, to get a goal. Necessity is always the mother of invention, but it sometimes needs an initial spark from outside. Following are the major themes of the chapter. Overcoming fear. This is the most important theme of this chapter, and it has been highlighted here in the chapter that in order to survive in this world, we have to overcome our fears. There is a famous ad of Mountain Dew. Even it has been shown in that ad, डर के आगे जीत है. So here, डर के आगे जीत है. The baby seagull is left on the ledge by his mother, who sees he is too frightened to fly and get food. Eventually, at last, hunger forces the seagull to find his wings and leave the ledge. The next theme is be cruel to be kind. It means sometimes it is very good to be harsh for the betterment of another person. The mother won't help the baby as she knows he needs to work out how to live by himself. She is being cruel to be kind, withholding her assistance so that the baby can become independent and self reliant. The third theme is you are more powerful than you know. It means sometimes we may not be aware about our own abilities, our own capabilities. We may not know that what are the powers that we are possessing. As you have seen in the history, there has been a lot of characters. You see Ramayan. In Ramayan, the lead character Hanuman. इवन हनुमान को भी अपने पावर का पता नहीं था, उन्हें किसी ने बताया. समटाइम वी नीड someone else to tell us that what are the things that in us, what are the potential in us that we can do. Same was the condition with that seagull. We see the seagull surprises himself. He jumps off the lace in desperation and finds he can fly. We have seen that in the very beginning the seagull was not confident about his wings. He was thinking that his wings would not support him, but when he jumped from the cliff and he started flapping his wings and he found that he was flying, he was surprised by himself that yes, he can fly. So at that time he did not know about his capabilities. He was more powerful than he knew. Next, now we will have a brief look on the summary of the story. His First Flight by Liam O'Flaherty is a magnificent story on the need for courage and self-reliance and self-confidence. His First Flight by Liam O'Flaherty is a true parable. Parable means any story related in which the main characters are the birds and animals, and which gives us a very important message. O'Flaherty is this is a true parable about overcoming fears in life. Every journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but that single step is most difficult to make. Conquer the fear and venture the forth. And we realize that we were born with the wings. The seagull looked down desperately at the vast expanse of the sea that stretched down beneath his lace. He was hungry. His parents had flown away, along with his brothers and little sisters, leaving him alone on the rock without food. They could all fly, and he could not. He had tried several times to run forward to the brink of the ledge and flap his wings, but he became afraid. He was certain that his wings would not support him. His parents had tried countless times to make him fly, but for the life of him, he could not make an attempt. He felt that he was going to starve to death on his legs. Even his mother was not looking at him. She was tearing a piece of fish with her beak. The sight of food maddened him. He cried at her, but she just screamed back mockingly. Suddenly, he felt the joy seeing his mother approaching him with food. But she halted, keeping the fish just out of his reach. Maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish, but his mother flew upward and started falling. And he started falling. A monstrous terror, a monstrous terror seized him, but the next moment he realized that he was flying. He was born to fly and he had made his first flight. So this was the brief summary of the chapter.